The sun-faded hilltop towns of central Sicily, after a long hot summer, buttressed on the rock, make a perfect composition for any artist. As do the dried grass and scorched mountains that lie between, scenes perhaps missed by those that head straight for the beach. We arrive for a brief stay in Enna, right in the centre of the island, and sometimes referred to as Sicily's navel. At over 3,000 feet is the highest provincial capital on the island. On this particular Sunday evening the town had come alive with activity. It was the festival of the Madonna da Carusi, a singing competition that would go on late into the evening below our hotel room. An experience you'll thank me for not sharing with you. We are here at the start of a 4-day walk to Sicily on the coast. And so the next day we set off on foot from nearby Villadoro along a medieval road for our walk that will take us a full 4 days. For the first time since early summer, clouds are building and the weather is threatening to break. It's been a particularly dry season, with temperatures up to 40 degrees centigrade. The track, probably Roman in origin, stretches out across the land that was once the breadbasket of Sicily. Today, the area is mainly grazed with a few scattered farms, growing vines in their back garden. Italy is the world's largest producer of wine, and Sicily is the third largest wine-growing region. The day's walk ended in Ganji, another picture postcard hilltop town, spectacular in the setting sun. There was still some uncertainty over the weather as we headed out on day 2. The countryside became greener now that we were in the national park of the Madoni Mountains. This is an area where wild boar roam free, and most of the group caught a brief sight of one, sadly not lingering long or close enough to capture as we passed. However, their droppings were evident, which did enable us to watch these little dung beetles do what dung beetles do best, and that's gather dung. These little rollers roll and bury a dung ball either for food storage or for making a brooding ball. This one is capable of rolling 10 times his own weight. Apparently it's been shown that dung beetles are the only animal, other than man, that can navigate using the stars. This one, with her nice fresh ball, is getting some help from a male underneath. They'll take this, find a nice soft spot and bury it with other balls like it to make a brooding ball. Then they'll mate, and she'll deposit her eggs into it. The subsequent larvae feed on the dung. Plans were changed as the weather finally broke with thunderstorms on day 3, and we didn't walk. But the final 2 days of walking brought bright, calm and fresh views of the remaining hills between us and the sea. A long, steady climb in the early morning sun of our final day brought us to a saddle between the hills that gave us our first proper glimpse of the coast. This was a nice spot to linger before we made our way down through the back streets of Isnello. We'd left our hotel at 8:30 that morning, and now, on leaving the town by an old pilgrimage route, we were beginning to think about lunch. As Isnello disappeared behind us, we knew this climb to the picnic site would be our last, and that from lunch it was downhill all the way. A picnic lunch each day on this trip was something to savour, and Martina, our truly wonderful Sicilian tour manager, once again did not disappoint.
Salad, which is the rocket one, so it's just rocket based. There are no other kind of greenery. Raw mushrooms, pecorino grated on the top, lemon skin grated on the top as well, and peanuts all mixed up inside, bottom and top. So it's a variety of pastry which is really famous and popular for us. Every time we go to a family dinner, you must have that. It's a Krafen style type of pastry, so it's fried and stuffed with ricotta cheese and chocolate chips. You must enjoy it.
Despite the wonderful lunch, it had been a long day, and we were pleased to see Cefalù below us as we set off again. A final scramble down the hill, and with the sun low in the sky, we arrived on the busy seafront to be greeted with a glass of Prosecco.
My disappointment.
No pause.
Refreshing your toes in the warm Mediterranean. Can you imagine a more perfect way to finish and reflect on the 100 kilometres of wonderful countryside we'd left behind us?